Right, here we are. The Tuesday chatter, actually on Tuesday this time.
Yeah, early doors as well, so I'll probably be able to get out the door.
Well, not 10:30.
Yeah.
England are playing again, so pick the right night. Are you staying and watching it?
Yeah, I'll be watching it, yeah.
Trading.
I think they're pretty much through now, aren't
they? Yeah.
Wales ain't going to beat them, are they?
No.
Let's face
I
it.
think they need to lose by 4-0 to go out or something like that.
Yeah.
Trading Pro's coming over to watch it.
Who's coming where?
Tonight.
Oh, is he coming tonight? Yeah. Oh, right, I never knew that. Oh, he's coming here?
Yeah. Shout out to Trading Pro. What a legend. It's quite a sad story actually, but he got into Sorare really like when we did, and sold all his team and bought a jacket. Don't let him forget about that. It's been tried to get back in a couple of times, but
it's a nice jacket though, mate. I'll give you that.
Anyway, how's Sorare treating you at the moment?
Yeah, all right, actually, pretty good. I've done a little bit of a tutorial and put it on the YouTube, so you can have a look at that.
Yeah, but what was the result of that though?
The result of it, well, I come 93rd out of.
Well, how many teams did you put in though?
Oh yeah, right. I see what you're getting at now. Yeah, so while I was doing the tutorial, I'd put everything into Sorare data, built all my teams, and thought, yeah, that's it, all done, boxed off, and then realised that I'd not transferred them over and put them actually into Sorare.
Yeah.
I'd only put the one team in. Yeah, so out of 5 possible teams, I've had one team going in. Luckily, I've not actually looked at the numbers because it'd just be fucking heartbreaking if it was to win. But I think there's quite a lot of low scores this week in the basketball. Don't know if you noticed.
Tell my teams. I got a tier 3 and a tier 4, I think. I got a good first day.
Right. Yeah.
But none of the players, the big players, beat the score from the first day.
Right.
So I
yeah.
just went further and further down.
Yeah, I did all right. I think I come 93rd in the limited champion and won a tier 3 rare, so I was happy with that.
Tip from CoptersApples is when the game week starts, just whack a team in, just put any cards in and save it. You can always come and delete them, and then this what happened. This is not the first time that's
so
happened.
It's not the first time. Usually it's a bank holiday, and if it's a bank holiday weekend and you've had like the Monday off, I always forget because I feel like it's the Monday when you're going in on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it does. Listen,
I've done it 3 times.
It takes 2 minutes, just click bang, 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 bang.
I know, but
bang, bang, and then you go in and just delete them and start again when you get the time.
I'm a busy man. Yeah, the thing is, it's easy enough said. I think a lot of people though. They do that straight away, don't they? I'm the fucking opposite, mate. I'm a last minute. I put them in last minute
I think people do both.
Yeah.
When the game when you check in your teams just right at the last minute for the deadline, 10 minutes later you can put the new team in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think a lot of people put it straight in, don't they?
Yeah, but
whereas I don't. I do it literally last minute. Which is obviously where I'm going wrong.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about NBA because it's easier. Just whack a team in without even looking at. Just put your best 5 in. Then worst case scenario, you've got a team in.
All right, boss.
Listen, if the tips,
it's a good tip. You don't want to do what I did and put one team in.
Well, you never played FPL. I learnt that at FPL.
Yeah.
Just put a team in and forget. And then when you're ready to come and do it like you do, worst case scenario, you forget. You think, oh, actually, I put a team in anyway. So
yeah, it's in it, but
you're burning money away basically.
Well, yeah, basically. Yeah. Thanks for
lighting £20 notes.
Thanks for letting me know that. It did fucking hurt a bit. But like I said,
it's not enough last time.
I've not done it a few times, but every time you're like watching the games, like begrudging like every play, fucking gutting. But
at least we've moved from me moaning to me lecturing.
Yeah. Me crying. I'll do a bit of crying this week.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you weren't going in until I brought it up.
Well, yeah. I would have kept it secret that. But yeah.
Oh well, I can see it. You've got written down here Global Cup and our position. So
yeah.
Dig in there, Anna.
Yeah, well, that's my dig now. So we're talking about the Global Cup. How are you getting on in it with the main competition?
Terrible.
What's the problem there? Like
with what with my team?
Why?
Well, they had the DMP straight off.
Yeah.
Off the bat. So I had Sorare at Spain, who did really well in the qualifying. He goals and assists. and then nowhere to be seen. He's not had a minute yet. So and I did that to get Neymar in,
right.
and Neymar and Messi. So it was a gamble that I took, and obviously we know what's happened to Neymar. He didn't do much, and then twisted his ankle. So Brazil have already qualified. I doubt he played the third game, but that was the risk I took. And
so I'm looking at the numbers.
Yeah,
the numbers
is
there.
this in the Sorare Scout?
Yeah, the Sorare Scout Private League.
Yeah.
I'm fifth.
Are you fifth?
I'm fifth.
That's bad, isn't it?
Believe it, if I'm fucking fifth.
Yeah, bloody hell, that's standards
and
bad.
you are 50th.
Yeah.
I did have to fucking dig all the way down to page 5 to find
near the bottom? I must be near the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, every week you've
very low down.
Bad.
But now
I just want to get 5 players.
I don't think there's no coming back now for you, just to just to rub salt in the wounds.
I know that, but if you don't get a good card every week, then you're screwed, aren't you? Especially
to be fair, I've got a shit card. Got a shit card. Both times I've got shit cards.
Yeah, but you had a good. At least you're getting 5 out. You had Luke. You had a good. I think you were unlucky. Really, you had Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Who had a decisive in both for a clean sheet, and then you had some other good players. I think you've just been unlucky, really.
I've had what's his name, Anna? German keeper, Noah.
Neuer, yeah. Well,
so he's fucked me up a few times.
Yeah, Germany's defence are a little bit all over the place, aren't they? Keep
not been the best.
Around. Sula the lump.
Yeah, he's done all right though.
Aye, did he cause the?
Well, I've not. Well, actually, I've got him in my team this week.
Yeah,
but I bumped him off for.
I'm sure they were blaming him for the goal. One of the goals.
I bumped him off for someone else this week. But yeah, Global All Star done all right in that this week.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting to see.
Yeah, so I've done really well. I got the first 4 out, fucking laughing. I got a couple of assists, some really good scores, a clean sheet off Turner. Got a Turner clean sheet, and then I just waiting for Morata.
Yeah.
And then fucking he was on the bench.
Yeah.
After scoring and assisting in the first game.
Yeah. Well, he did come off the bench, though.
He still come off the bench, but I thought that'd be him set in stone for like the next game. But hopefully, I've put him in again. Yeah. He's the only forward I've got, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I've not got really much choice, but hopefully he'll start this game.
Yeah, but I'm not sure, because well, it is if they've already qualified. Are they already qualified? I think they are, aren't they? No, they drew that game, didn't they?
Yeah, they drew.
So they still probably need a point. But I don't know. If he's doing well coming off the bench. Yeah. You don't change it, do you?
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He is an impact player, Morata, because he's big. He's a big lump, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good to watch. I posted it on the Scout Discord. Link to join up there. Maybe up there. I posted it on there, and like within 4 or 5 minutes when he came off the bench.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah.
So that was cool. The magic of the Global Cup.
But yeah, I was all right with that. I thought I was going to get a bit better, actually. I got a bit carried away and thought it was going to come. I thought it was going to podium at first. Yeah. And then I realised that was off the cards. Yeah, and then I forgot about Brazil playing as well.
Yeah.
So that bumped me down. I ended up 26th in All-Star, so it's not bad for me.
Yeah, you do all right in the All-Star, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if the actual first prize was shit for that this week. I don't know why. It's gone back up again.
I think all the prizes have been poor for a bit, to be honest. I don't know what they're doing really, but just from... I'm not moaning. I'm going to stop there. Anyway. But I've been doing... I could have had a good week. I've got lots of like greens and lots of reds in each team, but... The one what I thought was going to do well was the international special, and they had Otamendi and Messi to start with, two good scores. And then I don't know what's going on with Belgium, but Kevin De Bruyne is saying they're too old. They're supposed to be infighting. They're apparently doing a press conference today saying that's not true, because it's a bit of a joke really. Kevin De Bruyne said that the best days were behind them. Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I thought, bloody hell, this isn't good. And then they got beat 2-0 off Morocco, who just want it more, don't they? They're a better all-round team. Belgium are just full of... Yeah, to be fair, they are old in defence. And when you were relying on Batshuayi, what it was called, Batman, up front, and you've got Lukaku that you're waiting on to come back, and you've got Hazard, who's barely played many minutes the last 2 years, then you're always going to have problems, aren't you? Kevin De Bruyne can't do it all on his own. And Courtois is badly out of form as well. Like, he really struggled after that injury that he had. So I actually had those both in the special, and they would just let me down. And then Vinny Jr. didn't do much really. I think he had a goal this side actually, but I thought that team was going to do well, but not to be. And then one that has been doing well for me, and I've been putting the same team in really, is under 23 Rare Pro, because you don't need the keeper.
Oh right,
I've got Gvardiol from Croatia and Valverde. They just generally will get you 50-60 points minimum without even a decisive. Then Mbappe, when Mbappe does that, then you're on a card basically. Jude let me down. Bellingham would have. If Jude got an assist or a goal, would have got podium there. But that's the one that seems to be getting me a tier 1 or a star each week. So that's good. I think I've got a bad feeling that Uruguay are going to go out. And Valverde, I just don't understand the kind of role that he plays for Uruguay. He plays so deep. It's like his shooting ability, like at Madrid this season. Some of the crackers he's scored, I don't know. I just don't understand. Like even when they were chasing the game last night, they lost 2-0 to Portugal. He's there on the edge of his box defending, and it's like they need a goal.
Getting amongst it, wouldn't you?
I don't know if it's because Uruguay have got so many, like their strongest players are like they've got a lot of forwards. It seems Suarez, Cavani, and Nunez. But I just feel like he's been pushed back. But he's probably I think their best player by far. So that was a bit disappointing, really. He set up a massive chance as well, and I thought I was on, but the player was fluffed it. But anyway,
So what have you ended up with?
I got a tier 1 in under 23 Rare Pro. Won a £300 second division player, never heard of. But all cards, I'm happy to win cards. That's all that matters.
You fucking liar.
All the cards I've won, probably the last 8 cards, they all seem to be second division. And then the prices are all over the place. But like last week I won a star, and it was a keeper that's playing for Villarreal second team, but he seems like a good prospect, to be fair, after doing a little bit more research. So I might hang on to him. But yeah, as long as you're winning cards through this period. I was looking through some of the Wales, and they're not picking up major cards.
To be honest, I'm surprised. I weren't expecting to get anything really, and I've managed to get teams out, and I've managed to win cards as well. So I'm quite happy with with my output really. So
it's going to be a tough one this week. There's a lot of rotation. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But the interesting part will be when teams start getting knocked out.
Yeah.
In these specials, suddenly everyone's going to be scratching around trying to fill teams out. I've been saying, volume is on the way. It's not happened yet, and the price of Mbappe is just dropping lower and lower.
I've not looked. It's not really in my realm. Looking at Mbappe for cards.
I was hoping there'd be a bit of FOMO for the cards, like considering, how successful this Global Cup seems to have been. I would have thought that I guess it's coming up to Christmas, and people need to be buying the Christmas presents and probably selling cards for that reason coming up to Christmas. So
people with fucking Mbappe cards ain't worried about a few Christmas presents, are they? Better sell Mbappe to
tax bill then, I don't know.
Santa.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's see what happens when when we get through to the knockout stage, and see if these big players, the volume and the prices start going up a little bit. But that'd be an interesting dynamics to see that. Obviously, Mbappe's on an auction every couple of days, I'd imagine too. So that's obviously going to kill some of the price action. But it's not about the price action; it's about the football, isn't it?
Talking about the football. Who's winning the World Cup then? Who you having?
I think there's only 2 teams that are in with a chance really. It's actually made me realise like the strength of the teams this year is really low. When you look at some of the teams like Argentina, the strength in depth is not good. Like the wing backs, they're struggling to get into mid-level teams in there.
So who's the 2 teams?
Brazil and France.
Think England have got a chance?
Nah, quarters, semis. They'll go out to one of those 2 teams, I reckon. Brazil or France. I think there's a chance that Brazil or France might be No, it's not them. It's Argentina and one of them, I think, that might face off against each other. But no, I think it's going to be one of them two teams. Their strength and depth, just incredible. Brazil, like they've got like £80 million forwards on the bench, like Antony and stuff, and then they've got like Militao that's can't even get in the team.
Crazy, really, isn't it?
Well, they and then they've got look at the two keepers they've got. We've got Alisson and Edison, so it's. I think Brazil for me. I think France. That again, they've got really good strength and depth. They've lost Benzema though, so that suddenly they get a little bit light. If Giroud can turn it on, then they might have a chance. But they can't really rely on Griezmann and Mbappe to deliver really in the final bits. I think Brazil, they'll just grind it out. I think they've just got enough players. Plus the confidence is really high. They had a good qualifying set up, and it just feels like they've got a good team spirit there. And Argentina, like I've already spoke about them. They're just not gelling. I think they need just to have a sweep out. Like their midfield's just it's not that good. Like they need to get Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez in there. You can't, Di Maria is a good player, but you can't have Di Maria, Messi, all these players.
Too many,
it's another generation. They need, they've got good young players there. Get them in. They've got no fear. Like we've seen a lot of Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez. Everyone that plays Sorare knows those players from River Plate. So just get them in. When they come on, the game changes. Enzo Fernandez scored that great goal. I bet he doesn't start next game because the manager doesn't want to piss off his older players. But they both should start, really. And that's the only chance they're going to have of winning this cup. We need no fear. But let's see. There's my predictions. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Brazil.
So,
I think they've...
it's hard to look past them, innit?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. England, no chance.
Well, yeah, I think that game against USA, obviously the USA love to get one over on England. I think Southgate went in for a draw, like the way that they played. I don't think Harry Kane's had a shot on target yet.
No, he's not got anything.
Competition. Yeah. So, like, and we've got Phil Foden on the bench who's starts for probably the best team in the world, Man City.
Be interesting to see what happens with Wales anyway.
Yeah,
I'm expecting England to fucking pan them.
I think they'll pan them too. I think they'll open up. They know they're not gonna, they know they're gonna win the group now or qualify anyway. So they can open up a bit. That draw against America, that's why I think Southgate played really defensive and because he knew if he got that draw, they were, unless it was a 4-0 loss, they knew they were through. So get that done, and then the first stage is complete. So, mate, in that respect, they were quite disciplined. It's bloody boring though. So let's see what happens in this game. Wales are very weak, as we've seen. They got beat off, or was it Iran? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They didn't just get beat either. They easily got beat.
Yeah.
The keeper came out doing a kung fu kick, which is hilarious. Took his head off. But God knows what he was doing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But yeah, I think the game tonight will be good. I think it'll wake up. England and
that's it. It'd be good to get it over and done with, and then get in the knockouts.
I think if they win the group as well, I think they should get an easiest draw. I believe. I've not looked too closely.
I was going to say I've not looked at it myself. Don't know who they're in line to play if they win.
Yeah, they had an easy group. Let's face it. America looked good though. That second game. They played against. Who did they play against? Against England, that's who it was. So I thought they absolutely were all over England. Yeah. They had sort of like triple the shots or something like that. So there's potential there for them. I think America, and we thought that Canada would probably do better, but I guess they had a harder group.
Yeah.
And they're out, and America look like they're going to go through. So
very good.
It's interesting.
What about National Series cards? Me collecting loads of them.
I know you have, but no, I'm not interested.
You're not interested. Utility only for you, isn't it?
I just don't have time. That time will be taken away from NBA.
Yeah, I just got a little bit bored, and I got my first one through. It was James.
Well, if you get bored, maybe you should start putting your teams in.
Well, that's probably what I was doing when I should have been putting my NBA teams in. Yeah,
but.
I collected the Canadian national team anyway.
Yeah,
and got a few shirt numbers.
Yeah, well,
I think I might have a number one maybe. I'm a collector though. I can't help myself.
Well, at least you know it's for fun.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Quite
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
So
well, that's it. I just thought I'd have to do it.
It's interesting.
Didn't spend a lot.
Definitely good. It's definitely good for the game to have all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if there was something if you get something if you completed one. But
that'd be nice as well.
Maybe that'll come a little bit further down the line. I can see all the little things getting put in place here for the Prem. These private leagues.
A little bit. Yeah, private leagues are basically making the free game more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. For the first go at this stuff, I think they've done really well.
Yeah.
And the private leagues will be huge for Premier League onboarding for the next season.
Yeah.
So come the end of summer, everyone moving over from FPL that have got 7-8 million users, that's like, okay, there's another game here, and there's better prizes, and it's got the pictures of the players, that kind of thing, so.
And the yours to keep.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about a free-to-play version.
Yeah, right, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm going to guess here that they're going to move on with the Prem to have a free-to-play version as well.
Right, yeah.
So they can start taking FPL. If at the end of the day, Premier League own FPL, they're going to say, right, listen, we're going to lose over here if you do this. So you need to create this model and then give us something so we don't lose out.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Hopefully Premier League will be announced soon. We did a little poll on Sorare Scout Twitter, and the winner, in a very biased set of options, was to announce it on the World Cup final. Which, that'd be fun. Christmas Day would be nice. That'd be nice as well. Something to talk about around the table to all your family that don't really care. But and I watched my first full basketball game the other night as well.
First full one,
yeah. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good.
It's good,
Starting to get into it now, and the logistics of time, and one thing I watched, another game actually the other day, was what's it called? Curry. What's his first name? Stephen Curry. We were watching it. You messaged him, and he got like 30 points in the first quarter, and he hardly any after that. But because they were so far ahead, they were like 20 points ahead, so they took him off.
Yeah,
and it killed his flow.
It killed his flow, but that's a form of resting him, isn't it, for the next game?
Yeah. Well, that's it. But
I'm thinking now he's coming back into the next game. He's well rested.
Yeah.
So he should be hitting.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You only get that from watching the games, don't you?
Yeah.
Looking at the stats doesn't tell it all. I mean, he's been sat down there most of that game.
One thing I've learnt now is that you just need to be lucky too. If a player's playing really well and they're smashing it, they're going to bench him. Yeah. You need a tight game and a player to do really well all the way through this really tight game. Yeah. Then go to overtime or whatever it's called. That's how you get the big scores. That's how you get the magical 100. Yeah.
Did you put Sheikh Milton in this week?
Yeah. He's
done well last night.
Yeah. It's third game in week in a row. But obviously his score next week's going to be not worth it, is it?
Won't be worth putting him in.
But yeah, it's good. So England tonight. And what's your predictions then? England and Wales.
I think Wales will score at least one.
Yeah.
I think 3-1. I'm having 3-1. There you go.
I think I'll agree with you. Just to mix it up a little bit, I'll say 4-1.
4-1, all right.
And Kane score 3. 3 penalties.
No, I'm not having that.
All right, cool. Let's end it there. Like, subscribe, and watch Mojo's article on NBA, which made him miss putting his team in. Cheers.
Have a good one. Take it easy.